Hello Aries, and welcome to your monthly tarot advice video for March. We're going to be doing things a little bit differently here today, so you'll have to let me know in the comments down below how you enjoy things, and as always, let me know if anything does resonate for you. With that being said, please take what resonates and leave the rest. And if you'd like to explore things a little bit deeper in private video readings, those all, as always, will be linked down below. I hope you have been well, Aries. I feel like March has been so crazy. I feel like this whole year has been crazy for me, and I hope it's not been so crazy for you. So we're going to cut the deck here and see what we have coming through. So we have the Eight of Swords, we have the Queen of Cups, Five of Swords, have the Six of Swords, and we have the Page of Swords. Interesting energy. I feel like this month is very much we're in our heads about things here, Aries. And we also have the Four of Wands at the bottom of the deck there. It's very interesting to have so many swords coming out. I feel like the Eight of Swords is very much the theme and the current energy for the month right now. Maybe because it is your birth month, Aries, you might be struggling a little bit more, maybe in your head about things. But overthinking is very much a big theme here. I think the overall energy that I am picking up on for you right now, Aries, is I think you're struggling with setting boundaries. The Eight of Swords is giving me this energy of like, how do you know where your boundaries are if you can't even see them? You know, you think you're stuck in a situation that maybe you're not so stuck in. Again, the Suit of Swords has to do with the mental, the headspace, how we think about things. And the Eight of Swords is very much that card of overthinking, worrying. And I think the Queen of Cups, you're trying to contain it all. You're trying to contain all the emotions and the overthinking. You're trying to maybe channel your feelings into something more productive. I feel like I feel like I want to say that you're thinking like you can't be emotional, you can't worry, you can't give yourself this time to sort through things because maybe you have bigger things going on. I feel very overwhelmed with all the swords in this reading, so I feel like you're probably very overwhelmed in your mind and you're trying to channel that in the best way you know possible. The Five of Swords, I just feel like there might be some unnecessary drama in relationships, friendships. It's just that energy of taking and taking without a reason. We can tap in, we're gonna clarify that one a little bit further because it's very interesting the way it's coming out, because I feel, again, overwhelmed by the sword, so I feel like maybe it's someone not thinking clearly and acting before they think. With the Six of Swords here in the personal life, home aspect, I feel like things are getting a bit easier. It feels like things are calming down. Maybe you're heading towards peace in your home life. And the Page of Swords, I'm just going to say it how I am immediately feeling. And the Page of Swords coming out, the best way to navigate this month is just to know that you do not know everything. You do not have all the answers. So don't try to pretend that you do. That's the major energy. But let's clarify these cards a little bit deeper. So why is the Eight of Swords the theme for this month? Why is Aries maybe overthinking so much? King of Pentacles, maybe financial worries are causing a burden this month. Again, maybe it is because it is close to birthdays and you feel like, yeah, you can't celebrate the way that maybe you had planned. And I definitely feel like finances is a big worry. I think you're in this mindset of lack. You know, we don't have this, we don't have that. I'm overthinking because I don't have the King of Pentacles, I don't have this lush. The word I want to use is financial freedom. You feel like you maybe don't have financial freedom, and that's causing you to overthink and worry more. Because The Eight of Pentacles, which is usually about finances, does not look like the Eight of Swords, but you are overthinking, and I do believe it is to do with finances here, Aries. I don't see much need to worry. I feel like you're putting more energy into worrying than not, and that's why you maybe feel a bit more drained this month, Aries, feeling a bit lower. Let's see what this Queen of Cups is about, because this is about our purpose, how we're dealing with things. Again, with the Four of Cups, it's making me think it is about this wanting, and Nine of Swords here, wanting to escape your mind, to quiet your mind. So you are trying to find any little way that you can, but I feel like you're not fixing the overthinking, you're not fixing the worrying, you're just kind of ignoring it. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but you know, the fact that the Nine of Swords is here, it's like the Eight of Swords is in the day, you're worrying, you find a distraction, you're not worrying. And then when it comes to the night time, there's no distraction, so you worry even more, and it's maybe keeping you up at night. And I feel like it's very much that energy of the could'ves, would've, should'ves. You know, you're sitting there thinking, well, if I just done this, maybe if I did that, you know, and you can spend all day doing that, but is it really what you want to be doing, Aries? Is it really worth the time and energy that it's actually draining from you? Now, what I really want to know about is this Five of Swords. I might even double clarify this one, because I really want to know what this Five of Swords is about, because this is about relationships and love. The Ace of Swords, the Ace of Wands, we have Death. Is it almost like, I feel like new changes are happening. We have that Queen of Cups again. I feel like there's big changes happening, maybe in friendships, relationships. You're seeing all these possibilities. I don't want to say it's self-sabotaging, but I feel like maybe you're again with the Queen of Cups, trying to contain it, keep it small, not give it, you're trying not to feed into the emotions, feed into the overthinking, but they just fester and they get bigger. And I feel like maybe that's not the best course of action for you, Aries. Maybe you do need to talk about things with people. Now, the Six of Swords, I'm so glad to see this in the area that it's in. Moving away from chaos, moving into calmer times, more understanding, more clarity. A lot of hope in the Six of Swords. So let's clarify a little bit further on what this looks like for you. What does this Six of Swords look like for you, Aries, in particular? I have the Seven of Cups. I feel like for you just getting used to freedom, I feel like, is something here. Getting used to you being able to have a choice, have an opinion, have a say. Your perspective now matters in your home life, in your family life. I feel like that's something that you're getting used to, is you're not getting yelled at for stating your opinion or what you believe in or what you want to say. I feel like it's calmed down a lot in that aspect, and it's something that you're still struggling to deal with. But I feel like it's good energy that you're moving into. It's understanding, you know, that this is how things are now. Again, with the Queen of Swords on the bottom of the deck here, it does feel like you're kind of growing into your own mentality here. If that makes sense, you're growing into like, I am allowed to think differently from people and state my opinion, and that doesn't make me any less. Is the energy that I'm picking up on there? Again, this is brilliant energy for you. I feel like you are kind of understanding. You have so many decisions to make, and there comes a bit of fatigue with that, but also I feel like there's almost this sense of enlightenment coming from you. Like, it's like, oh, I get a choice, oh, I get a say, my perspective matters, my opinion matters. Like, I feel like it's something that you're kind of like, yeah, it should have, and now it does, and it feels good, you know? Now, finally, the Page of Swords is your advice, the best way to navigate this month. And let's clarify this a little bit deeper. We have the Six of Swords. Lean into that of learning. That's how you move forwards. You know, lean into the fact that you don't know anything, but look for the positives in things of like, I don't know everything, but I can learn. I can learn. And again, that's the Queen of Swords here, is knowing that you have the opportunity to go from the Page into the Queen of Swords. You have that opportunity to mature, teach yourself, to learn, to grow. I think you just need to step out of your mind a little bit. And I love how I'm saying that, as I say, like, your opinion matters and your thoughts matters, and 100% I do believe that. Maybe it's because now that you can express it, you're kind of having to think a bit more deeply about things, and you don't really know how to go about things in that manner. But again, I am seeing a lot of positivity here in you learning, in you understanding that you can always try again. And it's that energy of just start it, you can clean it up later. It doesn't have to be perfect, but just get it done. Get the rough draft done, and then you can go up and clean it up. But just sometimes you do have to start it and know that it's not going to be perfect, but at least you began, That's the energy that I'm picking up for you this month, Aries. But that is all I have for your reading this month. If you did enjoy it, please let me know. Leave a like, subscribe, do all those YouTube things. You know where to find me if you would like a personal reading. And as always, Aries, I appreciate you.